Hello everyone and welcome back to Simple Planes. Now, one thing that you should all take note of is I have gotten a tag on the Simple Planes forum, meaning that you can now tag me. So that is awesome. I've gotten a bunch of creations and the first one here actually looks kind of cool. It's almost like a futuristic flying car. So I have a lot of creations to go through. So okay, that was probably wrong. Is that the VTOL? Yes, that is the VTOL. Okay, so that was kind of an easy takeoff, I gotta say. And let's see if this thing is truly stunty. Now, I have started this loop here at somewhere around 1100 feet, which is a strict height that one guy suggested for the true stuntiness test, and this is still just a little bit uneven horizontally, so there, I think that's pretty much fixed. And coming down from the loop, we still need the roll though, but I'm just curious to see how this is gonna do. Yeah, we are close to the water. Oh my god, we're close to the water. Please, please, please. Oh shit. Okay, so I just scraped it. Can I please take... No. Now I'm restarting the vehicle here, and the roll itself is also going to start from this 1000 to 1200 feet perimeter. So there we go. I can now start doing this, and whoa! That's a pretty stable loop, I gotta say. And next up we have the Simple Planes Boomerang. I don't actually think it's because it's going to return or anything, and from the looks of it, it looks kind of slow. Don't take that as a bad thing, but it looks kind of slow, so I'm gonna try to go up. And we already took off at 135 miles per hour. That's pretty good, actually. So landing gear in and true stuntiness test commence because we are roughly at, yeah, the 1000 feet. So I'm gonna try to initiate the loop here. And this vehicle here, it's a little bit faster at doing the loop. That's good, but it's also much better at keeping a horizontal, stable kind of thing. I don't really know what to call it, but you can see it down here that it's pretty much stable. Between 1000 and 1200, like I said before, is the roll. And this one, whoa, is obviously not having any problems. Look at that. That's amazing. I actually gotta correct this a little bit. All right, so pull it up, and there we go. Turn around. So now, hopefully, actually, I'm gonna do this. Right here. Whoa, that looks weird. Okay, but I'm gonna try to land this. I'm gonna try to land this properly here. So there we go. Let's get into the track in a straight path and just down a little bit. Kill the engines. Out with the landing. No. Extend. Obviously not retract the landing gear. And a bit more speed because I think I fucked it up there. Come on, pull it up, buddy. Pull it up. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let me just align this properly. Pull it up so it doesn't hit the track like freaking crazy and explode us. Oh, come on. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Oh, this is so freaking crazy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes, I kind of did it. I hope. No. Okay, something exploded. So planes in this game are very easy to find. There's not really much there. But however, sniper rifles are a different story. And I have found one here which has a bullet cam, which is kind of awesome. Now, one thing is that it doesn't really fly too far, but it doesn't matter to me. It's just amazing that someone has even made a freaking sniper rifle, and the fact that there's a bullet cam makes it a lot more fun. So I've restarted the vehicle. I don't know if we're able to do this, but I see the thruster down there, so I'm going to try to make this thing go to the highest speed that I possibly can, which I imagine is not going to be very high. Now, aerodynamically, this would be a complete fail. Like, there would be nothing here that would be able to fly. However, I don't know if there's anything inside that is sort of hidden inside of the creation that will make it fly. Of course, we also need the highest speed possible, which is not something that we have right now, so I don't know. Maybe this one is not supposed to take off. Well, obviously, it's not supposed to take off. This is the Ornithopter 2.0, and from what I know, you can flap your wings here. But yeah, that's obviously not the way to do it, because you have to use the VTOL slider to do this, and it is picking up speed right there, as you can see. Also altitude, which kind of surprised me a little bit. But hey, it's using no fuel because, well, it doesn't have any, and no power because, well, it doesn't need any. So when you're at 0% power, I actually think that we're losing a lot of speed by me doing this, but you can pull the wings down here, which is done on control, and I don't really know what the counterpart of that is. Maybe it's just supposed to break the plane itself, not like actually destroy it, but simply just break it in air. So restarting again, and I'm gonna flap this thing like I've never flapped it before. That sounded really weird, and get down to somewhere around 1000 feet in altitude. And also hope to get the kind of speed that I need to do a true stuntiness test. I don't think this is gonna work, but we are somewhere around the mark there. So loop right away and go. Please pull it. I know you can do this. There's no engines on it, and we are pretty much just stalling in the air. And now we're spinning out of control, I guess, kind of. Well, it seems to be stabilizing itself, but at the same time, that was not a loop. I know it's upside down again, or it's basically upside up, or however the hell you wish to say that, but it's not upside down anymore. So it is not truly stunty, but it still saved itself. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. So this one here I think is supposed to be a parachute with a whole bunch of missiles and a little golden dude, which kind of reminds me of 3CPO. However, it looks amazing, and I don't know how to actually take off, because we do have some engines from what I know, and also from what I hear, but we can't take off. Maybe it needs to start in the air. So the final approach is okay. That's just kind of tilting out of control already. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm not too sure, but we can definitely fire the missiles and kill ourselves in the process. That's not what I wanted. And this would make a little bit more sense to put it on the water instead, and then perhaps make it go here. So it's actually a water vehicle. That's something that I didn't really know. Maybe we can still take off? No, I don't think we can. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. No, the back fin there is just basically gonna, well, go down into the water and screw us over completely. But we still have all of these. Why do I keep... Jesus Christ, why do I keep exploding myself? Okay, so 140 is kind of the max speed on this. However, I still want to see if this VTOL slider out here does anything in terms of the guns, maybe aiming that up or something. Actually, what I think it does is to spin this little ball in here. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it. Yeah, right here. So, whoa, okay, the engines are getting a little bit loud. So once I use this, yeah, that's basically what that is doing. I don't know what it's for, but it's here. And here we have a rainbow for your everyday rainbow needs. However, there's one thing. Oh yeah, and by the way, hello, dude. Oh, okay, this is kind of swivelly, but hello. And what it said on the page was to not press 1, so that's obviously the first thing I'm gonna do. It disappeared. All right, so let's fold in this rainbow here, and I think that I can just do that right there. Okay, sorry, dude, you're sitting out there. I'm hoping you're not getting too hurt with me operating this thing. So a little rainbow thing, that's pretty much it. Like, there's not really much else to it, but I like this little creativeness of making a giant freaking roll, and I don't know how many layers this is gonna get. I mean, you can obviously count that from the amount of blocks, but still, it looks kind of cool. In this little functionality down here, I don't know if there's an actual grabber, like for instance in Besiege, that can grab the ground. I don't know if that's there, so don't quote me on this, but I think that that's what's keeping this thing balanced, or at least in place. So I'm gonna try to turn down the game volume just a little bit, but here we have a triangle pattern that looks kind of freaking trippy when you look into it, and then it's breaking up into other patterns, and I think that the next pattern we will see is just a giant row of the rainbow colors. Oh, the camera got weird. Yeah, there it is. That is one giant row of the rainbow colors. Look at that. So you basically make a little flag with this guy on top, and I really like the little pattern that it does too, like all of these different things, because not only do you have the triangle pattern that you saw before, you also get like squares and hexagons and all that stuff. So it's not only really beautiful to look at with the final product, it's also really beautiful to look at while it is transforming. And another one of those creations, which is basically a magical tornado. But look at that. From up top, that looks amazing. I don't know how the hell you're thinking this through, but it looks really, really cool. And apparently, just like the other thing, it is breaking up into multiple and bigger patterns in a way. So now it's basically just kind of, well, not really chaos, because now it's uniting. Then it flips out, and then it's collecting itself into another pattern again. Look at that. That's amazing. So yeah, from out here, it looks like a retarded mechanical Christmas tree. But up here, we have the most awesome patterns, and then it's sort of mirroring itself right there. That looks really, really cool. And Spider-Man up here is getting dizzy. I don't actually know if that's Iron Man, or like, there's no gold or any yellow in the suit, so I would assume that that's Spider-Man because of the blue on the shoulders. Oh, this looks so trippy. I just want to look at this all day long, but sadly there are other creations too. Oh, hey, it's bending now. Why is that happening? All right, so let's pull it the other way. Okay, that's bending like crazy. And then it returns to the normal pattern, I think, and kind of hope. I don't really know, to be honest. It's getting super wonky now. This one here is the Bacon Shuttle plus Hyperspeed, I think, and when you say hyperspeed, well, I understand why when you show me this engine. That is one crazy maxed out engine, so let's just go, and I'm hoping that we can get up to insane speeds here, and at the same time test if it is truly stunty. Yes, there we go, and landing gear in, obviously, so right away it's completely stable with a very, very nice ascension. It's kind of curving a little bit, like a very minimalistic kind of curve, but still, it's there. Okay, so 1,000 miles per hour, that's pretty good, and we are also within the range of doing truly stuntiness. I think we just dipped below 1,000, but it's okay. There should be some kind of a tolerance for this. So let's go. Let's do the loop, and I'm kind of excited to see how this does on the way down. If it's just going to plummet into the water or into the terrain there, it doesn't really matter. But can we save it? Yes, we did it. And of course the roll here, yeah, this is not having any problems with the roll whatsoever. And as of right now, I'm not going to include the sideways roll in the true stuntiness test because, well, it's getting too crazy for some vehicles. And guys, I have a little confession. This is now the editing me somewhere around 4 hours later, where I'm gonna have to, well, check out the hyperspeed because I completely forgot that. So press 2. Whoa, shit, okay. Whoa, what the hell happened? Okay, so let's deactivate that. And my god. Can we... Oh, okay, I actually think that we're getting shot backwards in the world, or is that just the water glitching out? I don't know, but this is insanely fast. Oh, it looks to me that it's kind of scooting on the water there, and it is now almost completely gone beneath the surface. Yeah, there we go. So maybe the water is gonna slow it down. Actually, it's being slowed down quite a lot here. That is amazing speed. So next up is this giant Star Wars ship, which is the Star Destroyer, and I'm not gonna land with this because it's supposed to take off in the air, and I think also stay in the air because other than these small dots down here, there's not really much else in terms of landing gear. So I gotta say, for the size of this ship, it's actually really stable. And to make all of this, like to actually put in the work to not only design this like awesomely, but at the same time make it function this well, that must have taken hours, if not days, seriously. So let's bring it down a little bit, and there's a whole bunch of Star Wars creations by this creator, actually, so I'm gonna pull up one more, but I got like 10 different Star Wars creations from this guy alone, so I will most likely feature some of them in another episode as well, but I want to fit as many people's creations into this episode as possible. So let's see here, let's pull this down to roughly somewhere around 1100, yes, there we go, and now start to make the loop. And is this gonna be a loop, or is this just gonna be the ship flipping out in space, not really catching on to any air draft or whatever the hell that is? I think we're about to plummet into the sea, or maybe not actually. Yeah, we did it! So the roll here is gonna be interesting as well. So once again, we are at 1100, and it's taking up a little bit more. However, I feel like this is gonna go well because it is tilting downwards just a little bit. I'm hoping that I can get to save this, so I need to complete the roll completely before I can pitch this up. And I just did, so pitch up. Yes! It's truly stunty! And as you can see out on the side, we have some guns lighting up, which is pretty damn amazing if you ask me. We also have a whole bunch of other things, like for instance, a concussion missile, which I know... Oh wait, hang on, there it is. So 14 rocket pods. We can then shoot these as well, and I think that the action groups did something like two. I really don't know. Sorry, but I'm a little bit confused about this one. And I believe this one is roughly the same, that we're not supposed to... Okay, I think I'm basically falling down. I thought we're not supposed to stay on land, but I guess that we are. So pull up. There's no way in hell I can save this. Yeah, no, okay, well, it actually kind of stood there, which is kind of amazing. So wait a minute. Maybe it's supposed to take off on water. Aha! Okay, I can't really take off as of this moment. I'm gonna try to turn this thing around, and it's very slow at turning around, I must admit. However, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, that's because I'm using the wrong frickin' buttons, you idiot beast. So you have to put up this here VTOL slider and activate one of the many groups that I've just done. So you can also control the front turret here, which is basically just spraying bullets everywhere. Okay, so I believe that we can also, yes, launch the rocket pods there. That is amazing. So they are still there. And I don't know why that said 0 before, but now there's like over 20, so let's just go nuts and fire all of these off. But I really like this, and the fact that you guys are sending me creations that have been made by you guys over the time, this is insanely awesome, and I really wanted this from the start, so I'm really happy that the tag has finally been made and that I can show off you guys creations that you want to send me. So why don't we move away from some of these Star Wars creations out there that are huge and friggin' big, and simply take a nice real-life plane, or just, well, a plane in general. And it's really good because it's simple, but it's steady. That's what I want from this game. It's simple, but it's a steady damn plane. And we are currently at the required altitude, or at least close to it. There we go. So let's start to pull back a little bit. And here we are. This is going to be interesting to see it from this camera angle here. So let's see. Whoa, that is super trippy. And I cannot wait for the roll. So maybe we should just do that right away. Because, yeah, we are actually landing right back at the same spot. Well, almost kind of at the same spot of altitude where we were before. So let's do the roll here. And I was starting at, okay, this is going to go horribly wrong. I can already tell. Yeah, I was starting at somewhere around 1100 feet. And that is not gonna work. Yeah, this is kind of a sad thought, to be honest, but still a really cool plane, and it's very easy to maneuver. And the last one up today with the noisiest engine ever is this, a hovercraft that actually hovers. As you can also see, it's kind of weird from there. So, okay, why are we out here? Why are we out here? Okay, let's try to take off. And the creator also said that you should not take off on land unless you're a really pro pilot. So it makes perfect sense for me to do it, right? And what's happening here? Okay, here we go. It's actually flying. Yes, this is amazing. Okay, and it's about to, yeah, it's about to crash. So here we go. And come on. Yes. Yes, this looks beautiful. It's still kind of flying in a way, and I don't know how I should be able to control this correctly. The only thing that I can really do is this, which is swivel it around, so it hovers, which is really, really cool, but you're supposed to start it in water, so what better way to check it out than to land in the water? And here we go. Yes, freaking perfect. So I don't know if it's actually, okay, there it is. That's the real hovering right there. So it does hover, which is really cool. So it is above the water. Oh man, this game. Checking out you guys' creations is something that I really, really enjoyed. So if anyone else wants to send me anything, then there is now a tag on the forum, which is YouTube-TheBeardedBeast. And the Bearded Beast is not one word. There's still like a space between the and bearded and beast. But yeah, now you know. So I'm looking forward to more awesome creations from you guys. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.